Do you have a contact phone number? Sorry mate, what was your name?
I'm not going to give my name today.
I won't do your name.
Well, if it comes to pressing charges, I can use my name.
No, I don't think it will.
We've got trespassers in the car. Trespassers.
Is this...
No, they were inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All of them were?
Yep.
All of them. Okay.
So they're all going to be trespassers. So details of all of them. So paperwork.
Okay. See? Straight.
That'll be it.
Cool.
No, we want to press assault charges.
Well, they can say that they can do the same against you.
Well, no, they can't.
Yeah, they can.
Well, all right. Well, we'll let them, but we're going to press ours.
What's that?
We're going to press ours.
Like I've explained, you don't decide who presses charges.
No.
Police decide this.
We'll go
You're in a place you're not welcome, and they've asked you to leave, and you have...
No, excuse me,
Yes,
we did leave.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
We did leave.
So why did an altercation happen?
Because
they're violent thugs who abuse animals.
they just came out of nowhere.
Well, that's not an answer, is
Well,
it?
it is an answer. I'm
And
just
to
giving
be
you an
honest,
answer.
mate, if you don't want to give me your details,
Yeah.
I honestly don't really want to hear what you want to say.
Oh, okay.
Because if you don't, if you say you want to press charges,
No,
Yeah.
I
part
said
of
I
the
want to press
I'm not
charges,
saying
and I have
that.
given
yeah,
details.
so part of that
I'm not
process,
saying that.
Yeah.
yeah, well, part of the process will be giving me your details.
Okay.
In which case, if you don't,
How about I come into
I
a police
get
station
details.
with this on a file,
Yeah.
and then I can...
I won't know who you are.
No, it doesn't matter.
Well, they know who I
Does
am.
it? I can just go in there
Yeah,
and just...
but you've also got to understand, like, you're going into their property, right?
No, this is council property.
Yeah, this is council property.
This is council
and where does it say
property, local
private?
board.
There's no... It doesn't say no thoroughfare.
Yes, but you are coming here to instigate something and to...
No, we're not.
We're coming here to
No,
protest.
no, we're not at all. We have a right to protest, don't
Yeah,
And the Bill of Rights
100%.
Act. Yeah.
But you going into where they are...
Well, we didn't.
But
We
we
walked
didn't
through
go
the car
there.
park.
We went to the car park, which is
I'm not trying to be
public
difficult,
property.
but we walked through the car park.
But you've got to understand that if you didn't do that, then none of this would have happened. At
Yeah,
the same
so
time.
what? But we're
Yeah.
allowed to do this because it's not illegal to protest. And it's not illegal to go into a public car park, which belongs to the Old Tara Papatoi board of the Auckland Council, which leads this place.
Yeah.
We
I
know
think
that because we've been to all the board meetings.
It's only today, I think
Yeah.
it's theirs, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you know the details? Do you know the details of how often they've
Yeah.
got?
So if you look at the cadastral boundaries, this is actually council land.
You get asked to leave us.
We did leave, that's
Yeah.
what we're saying.
Yeah.
The manager came out
Even
and
though
said,
we
you
didn't
leave
have
and
to
we...
Trespass
Yeah.
from-
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, but we did leave. I want you to know that.
Well, we towed up, you're out.
So why did an altercation happen then?
I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, but these guys,
not
animal
saying you
abusers,
are.
animal abusers
No,
are
we're not
generally more
arguing this
violent
point.
than non-animal abusers.
We're asking if they've come out and asked you to leave,
Yeah.
why has a physical altercation happened?
They probably don't like us being against what they're doing.
That's not answering my question.
But it is answering your question.
It's
You
not.
asked. it is
They're on the
answering your
defence.
question.
They're on the defence.
Yeah, they're on the
So
defensive
what's
because they know that
happened?
they're on the way.
If they said, could you please leave?
Yeah.
Well, they probably didn't say please, whatever.
No.
Yeah.
And you left, why would there be a physical altercation?
But why should we leave since we're entitled to be there because it's public land? Like,
That's
we don't
not-
have
So-
to do what everybody says. I'm not 10 years old anymore. I don't always do as
You're
I'm told.
answering my question.
Yes,
I am
but
answering your
you've got to
question.
also understand that even if you are allowed to do something, your behaviour has consequences.
Yeah.
Whether or not you do something that somebody tells you to do,
Yeah.
behaviour has consequences.
But it shouldn't be legal consequences because we're not breaking the law.
Well, we're not charging you.
Okay.
But
So
we are
what are you doing?
trespassing you from the private property.
Or
Okay, well,
they are,
private
aren't they?
property, yeah.
Yeah, they-
But we'll be serving it on their behalf.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
We as
Yeah.
police don't have power to, but they do. It's their property.
So so what happened was they came out from nowhere and then they're just in our faces pushing and shoving us.
Yeah.
That's why the altercation happened. The manager then came out, who we
But
recognised,
did
and we
they
left.
ask you to leave before or after this?
Well, they were telling us to fuck off, so
Yeah,
you should tell me.
I suppose that means, yeah, I suppose
But
that
we,
means
and then
I'm guessing you didn't leave
well, I asked them
in
to,
a quick minute.
No, because we are allowed to be there.
and I asked them to identify themselves, and they were like, "Oh, it's none of your fucking business." Like, who the fuck? Who are they?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
you know, if someone came up to
There's a
you,
little bit of irony here though, right?
I don't know. You
No,
tell
no,
me.
no.
I'm asking you to identify yourself and you're refusing.
Why is that irony?
Well, so someone, who are you?
Yeah.
See my point here?
Yeah.
They don't have to,
No, they don't have to.
but they can ask you to leave. They're in the property, they've got right to be there. They've got lease of that property today.
Mind, if we don't know who they are, how do we know that they've got a right to be there? There could be some random dude up the street.
for you to decide.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but in the moment, sir, in the moment, that's what we thought.
Yeah.
In the moment, the group,
If I turned up to your house, walked into your property and you said fuck off, and I said, well, who are you to tell me to leave? Identify yourself. Should you have to?
It's as simple as whether
But this is a
whether
public
we,
property, it's
whether
not
we
private
support
property.
your
It is
cause,
private
because
property,
actually
so
it
I
goes
don't mind.
public property.
Thank you.
The animal thing goes, right? So,
Yeah.
but it's as simple as this: we simply uphold the law, right? So without prejudice. So I actually don't particularly like greyhound racing either.
Yeah, yeah.
But the truth is, really, what it comes down to, as Ben's saying, is they're the lawful occupier of a place.
Yeah.
All right. So they have the right
I understand
to
that.
ask you to leave within a reasonable time frame, and if you've got no,
But if I may just say, as soon as the manager came out, asked us to leave, we left. Everyone else that came out was in our face, pushing us, grabbing us, and we were
I
like,
didn't actually say
you know,
something.
like, if we'd have left, they would have kicked us up the arse, tripped us over, who knows? I mean, does it need 3 units
I
here
can understand
for
where
that?
you're coming from, 'cause you're
It's
getting trouble
ridiculous.
if you didn't do the right job.
well, it's as easy
thing
as
is, we
that.
can think about
Our job
you go
is
to the
actually
countdown,
to and
something happens in the car
there's
park.
so many influences
Yeah, it's a
on
public space.
on
Yeah.
what we do
But it's
as
private
it is.
property.
But
Yeah, I
as
know.
say, I'm
So
not
it's the
great.
same.
Is this private property though? But where does it say that?
It doesn't even say anywhere.
Countdown says it. It
Well,
says.
they don't need to
All of
say
them
that.
protest
You do have a
in
private property
place, you
sign
know.
on your house?
But
A house is, I thought was
there's-
different.
there's-
So obviously it's not. I'm not a cop.
rules,
So.
isn't there?
Yeah.
You're not,
Okay.
you're not allowed to stand.
Fair point. It's a
Yeah,
fair
anyone
point.
who's at the address.
Saying,
is-
you're not allowed to
So
stop
even if,
traffic,
say,
but
you-
it's
I don't want to
whatever
take
it
any
is.
up of your more of your time. I know you guys are busy.
Just explain
It's
it.
like, yeah, thank you.
Police
I
have been
appreciate
doing
it.
a lot better
It's a tricky one because it's
Yeah,
always
yeah, yeah.
25 years ago.
So what we're planning on doing is just going back around where we were, and then
Where,
just.
where were you originally?
So we're around the back there. There's a fence, and we're on a berm, and yeah, it's having a look.
effectively, if it's a public place,
Yeah.
and then for us, the decision lies in, is it peaceful protest?
Yeah,
So I mean,
we've got a sign up. We've got banners. That's it.
I mean,
You know, like
you're not interfering with traffic. You're not
No.
interfering with the public way.
we're not a threat.
So that they're obviously
Yeah.
going. They're obviously working. As you say, if the managers come out and ask you to leave,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's one of those things.
Yeah, yeah, we did. David Diaf, we know him
Who
well.
owns the place? So
Yeah.
I say it's the council and they say it's their land.
At the same, as an example, a police station
Yeah.
is public council land, right? I can trespass you from a police station.
Yeah.
We occupy it, I can trespass you from it. It's the same deal with this. It may be publicly owned, but there are lawful occupiers and they can ask you to leave. It'll be the same with like, if you rented a hall for a party, you could trespass someone from that night. It's the same deal.
Okay, we understand that, don't we?
Yeah, that's what I say, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So the public area,
Yeah.
completely different.
Yeah, yeah.
But because it's relatively clearly defined,
Yes.
you know, if they were, well, I mean, I
Is
can
it
see,
though?
I can see some big gates and
Yeah, but they're not closed, and there's no one there.
And the fact that there's a
Would you give us the
sign there-
Would you give us the benefit of the doubt? We were walking through to get round.
Well, it's not like we're charging you for
Yeah,
that
we're
now.
not,
Okay.
You're not in trouble for this
No.
incident
Okay.
right now.
Right.
This is essentially not at a warning quite yet, but it's a look, don't go in there.
Okay, yeah, we understand.
Next
that.
time it
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
will be a thing. As my colleague was saying, this altercation that's happened, two sides to a story. They're saying they've told you to leave, and then obviously met some resistance, and let's be honest, they're probably annoyed as much as you are at them mistreating animals, at you being there, pointing out we love mistreating animals, and they want you to get out of there and stop disrupting their fun event for them. So you can see where they're coming from, trying to like go away.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, because you then step from the, okay, if once you have been asked to leave,
Yeah.
then you ramp up to the occupier then can physically use force necessary, reasonable, proportionate to remove you from that place.
Okay, I didn't know
You
that.
No, yes.
Okay.
But I mean, then the argument becomes what's reasonable, what's necessary.
And who are the
what's
occupiers?
proportionate,
I mean,
who are the
What's
Yeah.
a reasonable amount of time to
Yeah,
get there?
yeah, okay.
all that
Arguably, you
is
don't
a
live
lot,
there,
Yeah.
you can just...
you know, so
Yeah.
it's-
Okay.
Yeah.
So where are you? What do you want to do with us? Are we all good just to go?
Yeah, I've got one details. No one else seems to really want to give me any. I'll just put a quick report in about
Thank
it.
you.
All right.
In terms of...
I can assure you, we're not going to go in there.
Like, what about like the whistles and like, is that, I don't know what the rules are on that.
I would say if you go around the other side
Yeah.
there, as far as the whistles go, I guess then we move to, it's a public place, so there's no issue with the
It's a
protest.
playground over there, yeah.
But if you are blowing whistles and breaching, then we move into a breach of the peace, you know. So if you decided that that's what you were going to do when you got round there, I mean, I would probably ring a senior sergeant and say, okay, so here we are. We're now at public place, breach of the peace,
Okay.
but at whose peace? So
Okay.
once again, there's all these conflicting
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that we've got to try and take into
Okay.
account. I would say, don't blow the whistle. I mean, what's the idea of the whistle? Like,
just to
Are
get
they
on.
dog whistles, are they?
No,
They're not?
they're just whistles
We don't-
because
we don't want to injure the dogs.
No, that's what I was going to say. So if it was going to agitate, yeah, if it was
No.
going to agitate the
do
dog,
that.
then
Yeah.
obviously you're
Yeah.
doing something in for your cause,
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
your
if
cause.
I might, if I, yeah,
I
Rick,
know,
thank
I
you.
know, but
Thanks,
someone,
Rick.
someone rang me on the way.
Okay,
Someone rang me on the way and said, "Oh, we're sending the truck." It's like,
it's
no, I don't
3
think
units,
so.
guys.
Yeah, I know.
So basically, when the dog wins, they go on a podium and we blow a whistle because it gets us on TV, and the TAB people are like, "What is that?" And oh, they're protesting, and there's a big sign when the camera sweeps around, ban greyhound racing. So.
I mean, I would say, okay, I would recommend not blowing your whistles.
Okay.
I'll say that, but that's
You're asking
it's
us
not
to?
against the law.
Are you asking?
I'm purely asking you.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not telling
Fair
you,
enough. Yeah.
Because as I say, until it gets to the point where I guess we get
Yeah.
complaints about a breach of the peace, because it needs to be subjective more than objective, as in you probably need to breach someone's peace.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Yeah. We're going to leave here at 4 o'clock. I don't know what the time is now.
Just gone past.
Oh, okay, yeah. So a couple more hours of photographs, videos, talking to the people. They walk around the track, and we're just saying to them,
But look, as we've certainly
We're not going through
certainly
this.
sorted out the trespass
Absolutely.
side, which
Yeah.
is
Absolutely.
relatively
We'll have a
clear.
chat to them as well and tell
Okay.
them,
All right.
Yeah.
encourage them not to engage with you and cause
Okay.
themselves stress. Because obviously, if it will wind them up, which is somewhat your goal, in a way.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We'll tell them not to engage and then just stop
Yeah.
any.
So
We
we
want-
won't go closer than that gate then.
yeah, is that what you're saying? Not through this gate?
Well, I'm just looking at that going, well, that to me looks like a relatively defined sort of point. I mean, I don't know. Is there an entry to inside?
The problem they had with us is an owner's car park through the.